Welcome back to American Agenda. If you've come to us from Fox News, welcome to Newsmax. The election cycle has shown some true colors of the mainstream media. Even Fox News, typically to the right of center, has kind of followed suit. Take a look at a video of interrupting Kayleigh McEnany.
Illegal vote.
Whoa. I just think we have to be very clear. She's charging, the other side is welcoming fraud and welcoming illegal voting. Unless she has more details to back that up, I can't in good countenance continue showing you this. I want to make sure that maybe they do have something to back that up. But that's an explosive charge to make, that the other side is effectively rigging and cheating.
Joining us now to weigh in, President of Accuracy in Media, Adam Guillette. Adam, I want to put the stipulation in. I have great respect for Neil Cavuto. So we're talking about the network seems to be changing a little bit.
Well, I don't know that the network is changing per se, but to Cavuto's credit, the Trump administration has made a lot of claims about voter fraud, and I understand that. There have been a tremendous amount of irregularities associated with this election, but you can't just keep making allegations without backing it up with proof. And that's what we need to start seeing, and we need to start seeing it fast.
Okay. Having said that, there is an observation that a lot of people feel like the network itself has kind of been tacking more to the center. Now, we know that because we see people coming over and sampling us, and we understand the dynamics. We're right of center ourselves, and there are people who have been disappointed with what they're seeing at Fox. And that dynamic seems to be playing itself out. And as kind of as a media guy, I thought you might have observed that. Have you noticed that at all?
Well, I don't know that I've seen that as much as people are saying that it's there. I do think that things like the Chris Wallace debate were a little bit surprising with how aggressive he was and how one-sided it was. But I think Fox has always been, to their credit, fair and balanced. To see Trump going after a network that's probably given him some of the most reasonable coverage is surprising to me. I don't expect them to 100% be Trump cheerleaders. That's not what we would want from any network. I expect them to call things out when they should be called out. And I think they have done that pretty well. I think Newsmax has done that incredibly well. And I want to see that continuing. Just because you get criticism from a news channel doesn't mean they've suddenly moved to the left.
When you see them doing things that they haven't done in the past, that's why we're mentioning it. Let's take a look at another host, Sandra Smith. There was kind of a hot mic reaction to a guest who was being interviewed by a colleague.
Over whoever is decided to be the president, remember, just because CNN says, or even Fox News says that somebody's president, doesn't make them president. So I think everybody wants to know that this was done properly and legally.
What is happening? Like, Trace, we've called it.
So what do you think the role of networks are when it comes to covering politics specifically? Do you think there are people right down the middle, or do you think there tend to be networks on one side or the other?
Well, unquestionably, pretty much every news outlet we see in every format these days has a pretty strong opinion one way or another. With all of the audiences being incredibly fragmented, we see MSNBC chase the hard left viewers and write content that may or may not be true, just because they know it'll catch the attention of those hard left viewers.
Right.
And certainly we see channels like Fox go after the center right. But credit to them that they don't, like MSNBC, just put out what they think their viewers want to hear. Credit to them for going down the middle a bit.
All right,
but I'm
Adam,
with the commentator on that one.
Adam, I got to run. I literally have 10 seconds till the end of the program. I appreciate you shedding your thoughts with us, sharing your thoughts. Adam Guillette. Thanks for joining us here, folks. American Agenda.